in the grain car, and then this grain car is hauling into here, or this thing was hauling into here.
Quite the setup.
Welcome back to the channel. You guys are watching E.A.B Farms. If you guys like this content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let's get into the video. As you see in the title and thumbnail, today we are going to be installing a Ritchie automatic water. But right now, we got a package from Ritchie. Let's get her opened up and see what's inside.
What's inside?
Look at that. Nice fancy hose reel. Still can't get over the packaging. I believe, I haven't looked at the manual, but I believe this is a 50-foot retractable fuel hose reel. I mean, I know it's a hose reel, but I think it's 50 feet. It might be 30. This is from our friends over at Ritchie. There will be a discount code down below. You guys can use our discount code. I believe it's 15%. All that information will be down below. If we have time at the end of this video, we'll get this mounted and try her out. But let's get into installing the Ritchie water. Now onto the water. Ritchie EconoFout 2. I love the EconoFouts. We have one of these and a bunch of the singles. So we know what we're getting into. They make one of the best waters out there. Got the discs. I'll show you guys. Let's get this out of the box. Show you with what everything comes in it. Oh, we got a package of goodies that come with it. Instruction manual. Got water line. I dropped the overflow drain. You got a couple fittings, hose clamps, some zip tie things, wire ties, and some washers. So that's what came with it. We also had to buy separate. We got the concrete anchors. I got 5 of them. We only need 4. Comes with the heating elements. I'll show you guys that. But we did purchase extra horseshoe and wire. I believe we're down to 1 horseshoe in stock at the farm. And we might have been out of wire elements. So that's for the parts shelf. I'll show you guys inside these. Comes with a nice electrical box for all your connections. It's got your heating elements already in there. Thermostat. Should show you guys some tips and tricks on how to set these from freezing. But if your water's freezing in your pan, it's a horseshoe element problem. Could be the thermostat. If your pan is empty, if your water is freezing with no water in it, it's a water supply issue. So it's more than likely this wire element, wire cable, that goes all the way from your rubber line up to your float and then all the way down your hole for your water supply. So everything looks good in here. Very straightforward.
Yeah.
We'll have to get this down, get the wiring hooked up, water line hooked up. We'll take you guys along with that. Everything looks very nice. Leslie's checking it out. Comes with the discs. Very nice option. Not only for keeping heat in, but bugs. You'll have a lot less mosquito larvae, fly larvae in your water. Comes with a seal for the bottom. We might have some issues because it is well below freezing on getting this set, but we're gonna do our best. Float assembly's all in there. I see we have a red valve, which is the medium water pressure one. Hey, you're eating a chicken nugget? We got an extra white one, which is the high flow. Might have to switch that out. We'll see how that goes. Very, very happy. They did switch colors, so the tubes are not blue and the discs are not blue. That's just cosmetic. Not even cosmetic, just aesthetics. So, nice seal. Very, very nice, well-built waters. If Ritchie ever wants to sponsor us, let us know, Ritchie. Show you guys once we get down there so it'll make more sense. But one of the big issues with these freezing up is improper installation. There's a lot of people that cheap out. These are thermo tubes. They're made by Ritchie. A lot of people cheap out and don't put them in there. That makes a lot of difference because what that's done, that's below your frost line, so it's actually getting heated from the ground temperature. And you want your supply line in the middle of that as possible. And do not throw extra insulation in there because the air is what the hot warm air is what actually insulates. A correctly installed Ritchie does not need a heat lamp or anything external inside the Ritchie. It all comes down to proper insulation, or proper installation, I should say. These thermo tubes, I don't know, I think we had 370 bucks in them, but they are well worth the money. You could make your own and maybe find another water that's a little bit cheaper, but we are very happy with the Ritchie ones. So just a quick installation diagram. If you guys buy one of these, you'll probably get the same book. So very easy to install. So there's a better picture of the thermo tubes. They got 4-foot sections with either a 2-foot or a 1-foot extension. So we went 4-foot and 2-foot, so we got 6 foot of thermo tube. I will add in the Ritchie parts, it came with what looks to be a 1/2-inch water line to a barb nipple for your 3/8 hose. We ran 1 inch, so we had to get a 1 inch to 3/8. So just keep in mind, 1 inch, you get a lot more flow. So you just will not have the right adapter. So 1 inch, 3/8 barb. The beans yielded. Good? Why isn't the case running? Just a quick tip for you guys when you're putting these together. Really make sure you take your heating corded element and wrap around the float, because this is the most susceptible part to freezing. So just, I mean, it looks kind of like a hack job with the zip ties, but you'll thank me later. So coming up, this whole neck right here, heating elements coming up, wrapped around, and then going back. Make sure it's on evenly on both sides as you can with a nice spiral, and that'll keep this neck from freezing. And that same element comes down, twisting around your water line, and then this will go on to our valve, the 1-inch water line, and it'll go down the thermal tube as much as we can. So thermal tube will come up right up there. I don't know if I pointed out or not, but Ritchies do come with a nice junction box for all your electrical. Man, that hurt buying that. 3/8 concrete drill bit. Gonna put it on the hammer drill. Gotta mark 4 holes for the anchors, and hopefully it all goes good. We're not quite at the 30-day set time for the concrete, I don't believe, but we're out of time. We're in the below 0 digits, so it's time to get the water hooked up. Okay, got down here. As you can see, the weather is not very nice for doing this. Got our Milwaukee Tools Ritchie water. First off, we got a cardboard cutout of the holes we need to drill. We're gonna put that over and drill the holes and get the concrete anchors in. Then we'll flip this on, put it on. The anchors go through here. We got the seal on, and then we'll tighten it up and probably catch back up with you guys then. Okay, as you guys see in the previous clip, we got it mounted. Gonna ratchet these bolts down to the anchor. I didn't have a ratchet, I couldn't fit the impact in here, so man's going to grab that. I was wiring up the junction box for the heaters, so we'll have power going in here. I got to run a ground out of the box to the ground rod right there. So all these waters are grounded through a ground rod and through a ground wire. So pretty self-explanatory. We'll get this wired up, get the hose in, plumbed up, heaters ran, and then we gotta go hook it up, the wiring on the other Ritchie. We're pigtailing into that one. Filling with water for the first time. And make sure our float is set at the right height for our water level. And then I'll have to go over to the other Ritchie, wire the heaters in, and this job will be a wrap. It got too dark out there to show you guys anymore. Everything's hooked up, wiring, water. I'm gonna go feed cows hay. We will catch up with you guys in the morning we have to run for some miscellaneous stuff in the morning, do chores, and then we'll hopefully, oh yeah, got to get the bolts for that hose reel. So catch up with you guys in the morning. Good morning. We're back at ya. Most of the chores are done. I got to feed silage yet. Maybe I'll take you along, show feeding silage. Then, well, I got a beef customer coming. Actually pork, they're coming for bacon. So after that, we're gonna run to Menards, get a couple things. We need ground rod clamp and some bolts to mount that hose reel. Do some other running, and we'll keep you guys in the loop. Me and Wesley got the fat cattle fed. Now we're hauling the last load up to the feeder barn. A little bit of chilly morning, so the calves are slow at getting up, but everybody's slowly making their way to feed. Sun's shining. It's gonna be a beautiful day. Cold, but beautiful. They're talking like 19 below. So it seems early for this, but it's that time of year. Mix and feed the poor man's way. Cereal rye, rolled corn. Not a fan of where it's going, but it is what it is. Okay, we're back at ya. Time to install the hose reel. First step, we're gonna orientate this straight out from the mount, so when it's on the wall, the guide will be straight out. So we gotta pop these Allen screws off, reorientate that. Probably why the reel is off, I'll probably go and lag the mount in, or at least drill the holes so that's lined up. And then we're gonna have to, the nozzle holder, switch weight that so when it's flat it stays in there. Got the hose reel all hooked up. Nice nozzle holder. The only thing I wasn't a fan with of installing it is the nut spin in that retainer. So a little bit better design there would be nice, the holder. But other than that, we unreeled it. Can all fill up all the way to the center of the driveway now. No hug in the corner. I do like where we have this fuel tank. For one, we can monitor it because it's right out the house window. For two, it's on the concrete. And it's just a all in all nice spot for them to fill it. But with that short hose, we've had to hug the corner of the building. And it's really inconvenient backing up the combine up here to fill with the short hose. So now we'll be able to fill stuff right on the driveway. So very, very nice. We'll definitely keep you guys in the loop. Seems like high quality product. I really want to try their transfer tanks, their slip tanks. So that'll probably be the next thing we try at Briero. But we'll leave all the stuff down in the description. I believe you guys get 15% off in the code that's right here. So check them out. Check out everything they have. They got some sweet stuff. Like I said, really want to try out the slip tank. Maybe not this fall, but maybe next spring we'll get one on order. Thank you guys for sending out the hose reel. We really appreciate you guys. And like I said, if you're in the market for a hose reel, code down below. Check them out. I'll link their website actually down below in the description. So, but yeah, so far so good. Missing fitting on the side of it, so we can't run fuel through it. We'll get that tomorrow. But that's gonna be the end of this video, you guys. Hope you guys liked it. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow along for more. I'm just rambling now. It's cold. I don't know if you guys can tell. It's like 1 below 0. More snow coming, 3 to 5 inches. You guys haven't seen any harvest footage yet, but we aren't done. So we have about 80 acres of corn left standing. So things are gonna get interesting. We'll try and record the end of it, get some harvest footage, but it's just been one of them falls. We've been on to everything, and we've been trying to keep you guys along more on the cattle side and that kind of stuff. But yeah, like I said, I'm just rambling. Like, comment, subscribe, follow along for more. Catch you guys in the next one.